back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. My name's Chad.
I'm Alana.
And we are the
Bushbirds.
Hey, we want to say thank you for subscribing today.
Yeah. We appreciate you.
We appreciate every one of you. We appreciate your subscribing. And look, you're welcome to sit with us anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime. No judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone. We're not here to judge you.
We're just here to talk.
We're just here to talk.
Be friends. All those hearts. You know, we have many friends from all over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. We're going to talk about love today. That's why we've got the hearts going.
The world needs love, right?
The world does need love, and we know a good place to get it right here. All right, Lena, let's go show them some stuff here real quick. Ta-da. Here's our, look, Lena keeps adding stuff to our Amazon store. She finally found her favorite color of this stuff.
Everything I like, they quit making. And I found this one. And if it's the right color, I'll order another one. So I back up.
Got that backup. All right. So that's our Amazon shop. The only stuff that we use, nothing else. All right. Then we've got, of course, some merchandise, the Bushbirds merchandise. Look, drinkware. just so you know, you can wear your drink if you don't want a cup.
Right.
If you don't want to have it in a cup.
Just put it on your shirt, save it for later.
All right.
Bring it out.
Let's talk about some stuff. Check this out. Have you guys watched The House of David in The Chosen? But we're going to talk about House of David for a second. Have you watched that yet? It's a really good show.
It is good.
Alana started reading. We read different parts of the Bible, right? Like she likes the Old Testament. She likes the history of stuff and the genealogy and to study all that stuff. And she's been reading about that. And we were watching The House of David, and she was telling me about. Let's go look at a couple of pictures here. Let's see. You know, this is the one where it's a really good show. This dude's a good actor. All of them are just really good actors.
The costuming is good. The acting is good. The story flows well. Like, it's enjoyable. I think it's enjoyable even if, you don't know anything about it ahead of time.
What's wild is that they even the bad guys, they always do really good at casting the bad guys. Like they have the faces that are just punchable. You just don't like them. Wouldn't that be weird to be cast as somebody, Alana, that they're like,
people want to punch.
Yeah, I've got a really good role for you. We see you in this part where people are just going to hate you. You've got the face for that. And they're like, well, okay, thanks.
Gee, thanks.
Because then you're pigeonholed in that too. Wouldn't you tell me about that? What was it? Game of Thrones or something? There was a bad person.
The young man. I can't even think of their names now, but you'll know what I'm talking about. He was the young king, and man, he did such a good job.
Right.
You really just can't stand him.
It's so great that people can do that, and it's weird because then you're pigeonholed, like in the show The Chosen, right? The guy that plays Jesus, like, dude, you can never play. Well, like we were talking about,
you can never be a bad guy.
Yeah, Blake and Justin Baldoni, like they didn't want him to play a bad guy in that movie. They didn't want him to be in that movie because they knew him as a good person.
Yeah,
right?
He was going to be the antagonist, and his fans were like, "No, I can't see him like that."
Right. So that is pretty wild. But they do a good job at doing that. The thing I wonder about, right, is what my question in the history, that time frame, what did Saul do with all those foreskins?
Right.
You know what I
mean?
mean?
You think he counted them? Take the bag and count them. Have y'all heard this story, right? David wants to marry one of Saul's daughters, and he comes up with this scheme to try to get it, make it hard for him. And he goes out and has to collect foreskins from the enemy, 100 of them. And he comes back with 200.
Instead, yeah. He's like, I'm writing 200.
The show. And he brings the bag, and it's like, ugh. And then what?
Yeah, here he is. Here he is with a, right here, he's got that bag.
He did it.
It's all bloody. And it's like, dude, you got all this blood all over your hands. Go wash your hands, dude.
That guy back there is like his cousin. He does an excellent job, too.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Yeah, these guys are good.
Really good actors. But, yeah, the bag of, it makes me wonder what, oh, I didn't even show him the picture. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
There's the picture, right? There's the bag. And he brings it and he throws it down. And we were talking about that this morning, and Alana asked that question. Did you think he counted it? And I laughed so hard because it's like, yeah, did he count it? Did he? What was the whole point? Like, to me, it's so weird. He didn't count it, right? He had his servant do it. And if that was me, right? Like, so, hey, I need you to count this bag of foreskins. The bag of what? Oh, no, count me out. You can go ahead and take my head off.
I'm not doing it.
This one. Not doing it, right? Or can you imagine being out on the battlefield, right? David, and all of these dudes just slaying
He
everybody.
starts collecting them.
And he's like, all right, guys, I know that was tough. You know, you guys are tired, but now we got to go cut off all their foreskins because we need 100, but I want 200. And I'd
They're
be
like,
like,
David, no.
no, David.
Ew.
How about you do that because it's your job and we'll be over here chilling and eating some lentils.
Ooh, oh our God, David.
Yeah, I would be disappeared in the woods like, yeah, I'm over here cutting them off. No problem.
I got some.
Hide behind a tree. No, thank you. Anyway, let's go over here and let's
See you later, David.
read a little bit over here about love. This is cool. This is what I wanted to read. This stood out to me a lot while I was reading. I'm still in John. This is chapter 15. It says, I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. This is Jesus talking to you. Like when Jesus is talking to his disciples, he's talking to you because we think about, Alana, that he had 12 disciples, but his disciples kept growing. I think they got up to like 120 at one time before he died on the
there was
cross.
120 following him around.
Yeah. So that's, we hear about the 12. That was his first ones, his closest ones.
Besties.
Yeah, his besties, his crew, his clique. But he had 120 of them, right? It kept multiplying. Isn't that weird? Like a number 12 goes to 120. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, he prunes so that it will be even more fruitful.
Right. Sometimes that's the things that we go through, trials and tribulations of things. It's getting you ready.
Yeah. To bear more
Yeah.
fruit. And I think about this mulberry tree that we planted, like I talked about the other day. I went through and, it had a mold. It was having problems getting started. We bought a cutting and it was, the leaves were dark green and just kind of lilting and black around the edges. And I tried everything. I was giving it all the stuff. I was watering it. We were going through a drought here, like a dry period. They didn't want us using water.
We had a big freeze and then a drought.
Yeah. If it freeze, Florida plants aren't used to that. So they all died.
We lost a lot.
Yeah. And then a drought. And then we got this plant and planted it. And then we didn't realize there was going to be a drought. So it was having problems. And then I was trying everything. I finally just knelt down one day in front of it and prayed and touched it. And then that very day it rained. The next day I come out and there's all these buds of just this super bright green, just neon green color. I was looking at it today and it just burst out like fireworks all over the place. This different color green, not just the green that it had before, like the dark green. It's like a bright, super bright neon green. And it's like, wow, this is so beautiful. That's my anchor, right? Like I prayed and this happened. I can see that it was answered.
Yeah.
So he cuts off every branch and he prunes the branches so they'll be even more fruitful. You are already clean because of the word I have spoken to you. Remain in me and I will remain in you. No branch can bear fruit by itself. It must remain in the vine. Neither can you bear fruit unless you remain in me. This is my favorite part. I am the vine. Let me go up here where you can read it. I am the vine and you are the branches. If a man remains in me and I in him, where's it go? I will bear much fruit.
He will bear.
He will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. If anyone does not remain in me, he is like a branch that is thrown away and withers. Such branches are picked up, thrown into the fire, and burned. If you remain in my words, in me, and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish, and it will be given to you. This is so beautiful. Like we learn a lot of times, like we think about the Bible, think about what we were taught when we grow up, and we just have these negative connotations towards the Bible and things that's fire and brimstone and everything's hate and everything. But he's talking about love here. He's talking about, I'll give you whatever you want. You follow me and I will give you whatever you want.
Right. Think about that. Just that, what is this chapter? 15:7.
Yeah.
If you remain in me and my words remain in you, ask whatever you wish and it will be given to you. Right. So you have faith.
Yeah.
And that's the important part is it isn't you doing it. It's him doing it through you and with you.
This is my Father's glory that you bear much fruit, showing yourselves to be disciples. And that's the beautiful part. He's not just talking about the Jews here. He's talking about everyone. He sent his disciples out in all directions to teach the word, to teach
All different
people.
lands.
Yeah, all different places to teach his word. He's talking about the Gentiles. He's talking about everybody. Everybody's welcome as long as because if it was just meant to be like one church, one thing that you go to. A lot of times, I think, Alana, we have people who worry about, especially when they first come back to God, like, what church do I go to? Where do I need to go, right? Where do I need to be? Where do I need to go? If it was meant to be one particular church that you go to, one building, special building that you walk into, it would be one vine, no branches. It would just be one fruit. He's talking about all these different branches that go off in different directions and teach and talk, and you could be in your house. He says, where 2 or 3 people are gathered in my name, I am there amongst them. Isn't that beautiful? Like, you don't have to be anywhere. It doesn't have to be some weird place. It can be in a car. It can be in a tent. It can be at the airport. It can be anywhere.
Right here on YouTube.
Right here on YouTube. Right? Absolutely. As the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. If you obey my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have obeyed my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
The joy of God. My command is this: love each other as I have loved you.
It's pretty simple.
It's very simple. It's so beautiful too. Greater love has no man than this, that he lay down his life for his friends. Here he says, he's talking to you right now. You are my friends if you do what I command. I no longer call you servants, because a servant does not know his master's business. Instead, I have called you friends. For everything that I learned from my Father, I have made known to you. He's talking to you, guys. He's talking to you and me both. We're all his friends, right? You did not choose me, but I chose you and appointed you to go and bear fruit that will last. That's everyone. Then the Father will give you whatever you ask in my name. This is my command. Love each other.
There it is again. Clear.
Yeah. Love each other. It's so beautiful. It's so simple.
It's very simple.
That's what we
Not
need.
that it's the easiest thing to do in the world, but
right.
It is a simple command.
We were watching something last night, Marmari. He was talking about how in this realm, it's taught to love the people who love you and hate the people who hate you, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the hardest thing to do is to love the people that hate you.
Right.
Right. And here he goes on to say, if you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you.
The chosen. Hey, we skipped one, though.
Did it?
If the world hates you.
Oh, if the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. It did.
Yeah, they hated him.
It's
and he
so
did
crazy.
nothing wrong.
He did nothing wrong. Even Pontius Pilate, right? The Roman, what was it? I forgot, proselyte or whatever they call him.
Like governor of the area or something, right?
That had him crucified. He didn't want to. He sent him to Herod. Like, maybe Herod can find something wrong with him. Herod was kind of a douchebag. He didn't find anything wrong with him either. He sent him back. He was like, there's nothing wrong with this guy. He hasn't done anything wrong. And finally, Pontius stood up and washed his hands and said, I'm washing my hands clean of this. This blood is on your hands. He was talking about the Pharisees, the evil leaders, the leadership of the Jews, not the people that the Jews actually wanted, the people who just became the leaders and really screwed up.
Like today, all over the whole world,
yeah.
The leadership isn't necessarily people we choose.
Exactly. And these were the leaders. And he said, this blood is on your hands because I don't find anything wrong with him. And then he just said, kept begging basically, like, do you really want this? And they didn't have anything wrong. They didn't say he did anything wrong. He didn't do anything wrong. They just wanted him crucified because he was costing them money.
Yep.
Only money. Remember the words I spoke to you. No servant is greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you also. If they obeyed my teaching, they will obey yours also. Think about one of our buddies, Perez Hilton, right? He got a blessing from God not too long ago, and he started talking about God. You can see the difference in his videos, right? Like, he built this platform where he talked about one thing. Now he's talking about another. He gets less views on those, but he's still doing it, and that's awesome. That is so awesome. He's getting persecuted a little bit. No,
that's the name of the game.
Right? They will treat you this way because of my name, for they do not know the one who sent me. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would not be guilty of sin. Now, however, they have no excuse for their sin. He who hates me hates my Father as well. If I had not done among them what no one else did, they would not be guilty of sin. But now they have seen these miracles, and yet they have hated both me and my Father. But this is to fulfill what is written in their law. They hated me without reason. Absolutely. When the counselor comes, whom I will send to you from the Father, the Spirit of truth who goes out from the Father, he will testify about me. And you also must testify, for you have been with me from the beginning.
When you hear this story, like I know at different times it'll make me angry or very sad, emotional to think about how he was treated. Then you have to remind yourself of him saying, forgive them.
Yeah, for they know not what they do.
So I have to tell myself that because you just kind of get fighting mad about it.
It's the first thing he said while on the cross is forgive them, for they know not what they do. And there's people out there that'll argue about all kinds of things, but history says that Jesus lived and he died on the cross. You may not believe in all the miracles and this and that. They happen. You may not believe in them.
He's risen.
But you know what? He did live and he was crucified. Pontius was a real person. There are Jewish historians that are not Christian that talked about it. There are Roman historians who are not Christian, and they talked about it. It did happen, and it happened for no reason. He did no wrong. He, what was his biggest sin was healing people on the Sabbath day. And like he said, if your sheep falls in a hole on the Sabbath day, you're going to leave it there? No, you're going to lift it out. This is what I'm doing. I'm healing people. And he was a rebel. He was such a rebel. He was against religion because that's what he was fighting against. There's so many people that are like, I don't like religion. Well, neither do we. Neither did Jesus. He was going against religion.
Yeah,
religion is
what
man-made.
he was here for.
Yeah, religion is man-made. What did he say? Love each other. That's the most important commandment. Love each other. Love each other. That's what he wants from you. That's all he wants from you. That's all he needs from you is to love each other, because love will guide you. You ever just get mad and just dislike somebody, and then you're just like, oh, all tore up about it, and it just ends up being a big deal and a big thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you have love in your heart, it will guide you. You'll see beautiful things happen in your life. You'll just go down different paths that you wouldn't go down if you didn't have that love in your heart. That's what's important, is the love.
Try practicing it. If you're not used to that, you can, just think in your head, you have to go to the grocery store, you're at checkout, and in your mind, you're like, I love this person. I love you, and see how it feels. You're driving down the road. You see these other cars, think it.
You don't know this person. And then move into, praying for or loving somebody that that you just don't like. I have a family member that I just had problems with for a long time, and just, oh man, I just didn't like them. And they didn't like me. It was right.
That happens sometimes.
But I started praying for them, and it was just a change in my heart. It was so beautiful because I had hated my heart for this person.
Right.
I truly did. And then when I started praying, everything changed. And what was weird is their demeanor started changing. I didn't tell them, hey, I'm a Christian now. Hey, I love, I'm not a Christian, actually. I learned this last night from Mara. He's like, I'm not a Christian. I'm a follower of Christ.
Yeah.
Right? I don't have to be labeled. We're Gen X. We don't like to be labeled, right? We don't like those titles. I'm not a this, I'm not a that, I'm not a Catholic, I'm not this, I'm not a non-Catholic, I'm not a Christian, I'm a follower of Christ. That's it. All I have is love in my heart. And it was such a beautiful thing to change my whole life around when I started praying for the people that I did not like.
And that's what it's for. The forgiveness is for you.
Yeah.
They don't ever even have to know, but the peace that it's going to bring you, because Jesus is referred to as the Prince of Peace.
Yeah.
And one way to find it is to start with the small things. Spread some love, think about it, or do a little act of kindness, or forgive someone. Start with someone that you can forgive, and move on to the harder ones. Some of them are more difficult.
Absolutely.
And forgive yourself. Ask for forgiveness.
Yeah. That's one thing that we also have a hard time doing, is forgiving ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe move to that last, because it's really hard to do. We feel ashamed. We feel like, oh, we're not worthy. We don't need to be doing this. We don't need to be doing that. But you got to give up on that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he came here for.
Yeah.
That's what he still lives for, is for you to be forgiven.
Yeah.
And to be at peace and to be happy.
He said, I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to save you. That's what's up. You are my friends. You are my friends. Isn't that awesome?
I think so.
That he chose you to be his friend. And a lot of us, it's really up to you to read the Bible. It's the living word. It'll give you everything. There's the United States. That's where we are, guys. Over there in Florida. Anyway, sorry about that. It's the living word. He'll give you everything that you need. Everything that you need. You read it for yourself. Start in Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Read his words that he's saying to you. Take them into your heart and go, oh, okay, this is for me. Let me see what it's about. And then you'll be able to accomplish anything you need in life because you've got that peace and you've got that word of God in your heart. And it's awesome.
It is.
Yes.
And we want you to take it with you. Every time you come here and talk with us, if you want to get your Bible out, we're reading from what is it called? The
New International Version.
Just because it simplifies the language.
Yeah.
Because I get tongue-tied with all this.
Yeah. I may look old, but I did not grow up in King James Version
I didn't
time.
speak Old English, Yeah.
It's so much simplified. In fact, I didn't even have one of those Bibles until I watched David Suchet reading out of John. And he's a guy that played Poirot. Excellent actor. Sir David Suchet. Sorry.
That's correct.
He's a Christian. He was reading out, and I was like, man, this is so much, this thing. What is he reading? So we got us a New International Version and love it. So that's what we're reading. It's just easier to understand.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And you can come sit with us.
Anytime.
Be friends with us.
Absolutely. And most importantly, love each other. Love each other. That's the message of the day. You know what we need to do? Love each other.
Yes.
All right.
Jesus loves you and we love you.
That's right. We love you.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.